So this is Dillion here from Team PPG FOE with top 32 Sin Shenron aggro deck list from this weekend's CoreTCG regional. So I played this in the Champions Cup, got second, so I already had a deck profile on this, so I'll kind of speed through what's the same and I'll really go into more detail on what's different. So Sin searches top 5 for a Shadow Dragon when he swings. Wakens 3 life, draw 2 on tap 1. On the back, when you swing, you draw 1. You can tap 6 yellow to play 7 Shadow Dragons, different names from your drop. We rarely use that unless things are going really bad and we go to long game. For our basic Shadow Dragon package, we play 4 1-drop Rage Balls. He can't be affected by your opponent's skills, and then you can activate main to search, send him to the drop to search for the 2-drop. The 2-drop we play is this. He has critical, and when he swings, you can take a life to get 5k. So one of the important things to remember if you want to play this deck is that you don't have to take the life to get critical. So if you're playing against like an aggro deck, sometimes you don't want to take the life. So you can swing crit, and then your leader, at the end of the turn, your leader race stands 1 Shadow Dragon on the front and all Shadow Dragons on the back. You can swing crit and then untap at the end of the turn, and you don't have to take the life. That's something a lot of people don't realize. It's very important. Ice Shenron, 2-drop. The main thing we use them for is activate main. You can pay 1, send them to the drop area, search your deck for a ball, play with skills negated. I see a lot of people cutting into 3 or 2. You have to play 4. There were times I had 4 games where I didn't get the 1-drop till at least turn 2. I'm surprised I even made top 32 because, I'm gonna be honest, it's the worst I've ever drawn with the deck. It was real bad. So I feel like you have to play 4 because you need to see the card. Even with all these tutors, I still whiffed. It was very strange. Your leader searches top 5 every turn. You have the ice ball, you have the 1 ball. You should see it, but I did not a lot for some reason. 4-drop Oceanus. We don't really ever play her. She has barrier blocker. When she swings, you can tap down one of your opponent's battle cards. If it's 2 or less, KO it. Mainly we copy that effect with the 8-drop. This is what we use it for. Activate main, burst 1, search top 5 for a Shadow Dragon, energy costs 8 or less, add it to your hand. So she filters the deck. You can only do her once per turn. She's very good. One of the things you're going to see we added to the deck was Overrealm. So she fuels our drop. She cycles through our deck. Very good. Needs to be at 4. Nova, we need it for our Selzeno play and to facilitate a lot of aggro. If you have another Shadow Dragon play, it becomes a 1-drop. You can switch it to Resto to activate main, burst 2 once per turn. Play a Shadow Dragon, energy costs 2 or more, 19 power or less, that's not already in play. Okay, he's going to facilitate a lot of aggro. I'll show you the targets as we go. 8-drop, this is probably the reason we can play aggro with the deck. You pitch one of your Shadow Dragons when energy costs 4 or less to the drop area and draw a card for 1 yellow and play him. He's a 30k. Activate main, you can warp one of your Shadow Dragons for your drop. Energy costs 2 to 4. Copy its abilities to the end of your opponent's next turn. So end of your opponent's next turn is relevant because like if we copy Oceanus, we get barrier blocker. He's one of my favorite cards, just in the game in general, because I love cards that have versatility. So the fact that he can copy any effect and you can play it differently in different games is something that I love. I love when a card can do a wide variety of things and it's not super linear. So play 4-drop Haze. When you swing with them, or when you combo with them, you can pitch a card from your hand to KO something in your opponent's one of your opponent's battle cards. Energy cost greater than their energy. This lets us survive in like aggro mirrors when our opponent's coming in. They really can't kill us with a big battle card unless it has barrier early, which not a lot do. And we will actually play this in this variant, as you'll see. I switched the super combos from, I was playing 2 Krillin, 2 Gohan, which kind of became the standard after I was doing it, to 4 Krillin. Part of the reason is I made this aggro build even more aggro, and we wanted to filter as much as possible. So the super combo bottom decks card to draw 2 and gets 10k combo power. So we need to cycle through our deck and say our pieces as fast as possible, and that's why we went with that route. 2 pans, this one's getting changed, but when you're at 2 or less life, you already have to awaken at 3, so you have to be careful. Don't go to 2 if you don't think you can get the kill. But if you think you can get the kill or put your opponent at least low enough where they can't kill you on the crackback, go to 2. When you awaken at 2 life or less, you play her for free. She has blocker, so you can do it defensively. And activate Wayne. Once per turn, you restand a yellow battle card. So we can restand our 8-drop, or we can restand Cell Zeno. So when you play him before turn 5, he does not have dual attack, but Pan says now he is dual attack. Now this combo is getting changed. I feel like maybe I had something to do with that, unfortunately, but they're getting rid of it. So I kind of wanted to play it one last time before they change it. People who think this card's going to be bad are incorrect. It'll just be bad in this variant. Like, there'll probably be a better STR to play in this deck. So it'll be bad in this build. But the card is not bad. So don't rush and sell your copies. But we can play this turn 2 and give it dual attack with Pan, dual attack Quad Strike. Very good. Play 3 Cooler. This is just one of my favorite cards. Everybody who knows my style knows, 1, I'm a fairly aggro player, and 2, I've always said this game needs more counters. Some people disagree with that, but 100% there are way too many counters. One of the games I actually lost was to Eggman, Hayden. I actually goofed, so I could have been higher than top 32. So if you want the breakdown of the deck, I was X2-1. My draw, I actually won at first. I killed my opponent turn 2, walked away, got a snack, whatever. Came back and then had to play on a short clock and couldn't finish the game. So I was one of the ones that got kind of screwed over, I guess, because I won the game and then my win was taken away. So this would have been probably a top 16 deck profile if that didn't happen. Against Hayden, I got distracted. I wasn't paying attention, and I comboed the Cooler from my hand. I survived his all-in, and then on the next turn, he had 2 cards left in hand, and baby hatched me. I had Cell Zeno, whole board. And when I comboed from hand, I was like, oh no, I comboed the Cooler. I didn't tell Hayden this, but if you end up seeing this video now, you kind of know what was going through my head. I was like, oh no, I accidentally got rid of it. And then my other loss was Dark Brawly. I had like kind of the nuts play, but I had no super combos. So I had kind of the hand to go in for game, but I just wasn't confident enough without having any super combos. I was thinking if he had 2, he'd get over it. So I didn't push, and then I died on the crackback because Dark Brawly's real good. Play 1 Trunks Power Overseeing Time. This, I usually either grab back Super Combo or Cell Zeno. And you're going to see there's a couple ways we do that. But if Cell Zeno gets milled from our burst, or if we put it in the drop ourselves or our opponent KOs it, then we can use this to grab it back. It's very, very good. Just a one-of, because we have Limit Filter. It's also 20k double strike. This is one of the cards I added to the list. Costs 2 energy on the Overwhelm and needs 4 in drop, which we'll always have the 4s, no issue. This is one of the key cards I added that's super amazing, is Belmod. There's some turns I can do double Belmod, and I've even done triple Belmod in a turn, so this is one of the combos. So you play your Cell Zeno, you swing with it, you do your whole combo, you go off, you Belmod, you kill your own Cell Zeno, you Trunks Power Overseeing Time, grab Cell Zeno, play Cell Zeno again. So that's actually, the combo's not going away, but it loses Quad Strike, so it's not nearly as good, but it's still going to exist. You still get a 40k body, but Belmod also helps because your 8-drop and your Nova, they're both unique. So this guy and this guy, you can only have 1 on board. So the idea is you can pop these with Belmod, even if you don't have Cell Zeno, and you can play another one, draw another card, give it double strike or critical, swing, and then a lot of times I can Overwhelm, Nova into another battle card, Belmod again, play another 8-drop, and it goes insane. So people who think this deck is going to die because of the Cell Zeno hit are wrong. It will get worse. It will still be competitive in the meta. Maybe not tier 1, but it will be a competitive deck. I added the 2 Hey Shenron. These add a lot of pressure. So the Nova when it switches to rest mode, can play it for free. The other effect of this haze, though, is that it evolves for 0 energy and switches to active mode on this. So, one thing I did against a Dark Brawly player, and this was the turn where I said I thought I could have pushed for game, but I had 0 super combos, so I didn't do it. One thing you could do is you could play the... I didn't actually go off into this, but I could have. But I chose not to because I didn't have any super combos. Is you Nova, you play this from Jop, you swing with it, you evolve this for free, switch it to active mode, swing again, Belmod, pop that in the Nova, play this again, swing, evolve another one from your hand, swing, and it's pretty crazy. I only played 2 just because I didn't want to put the deck over 50 and I didn't want to cut anything else. Could be 3 or 4. And to make the deck even more aggro, we have Overwhelm. 2 of these, it's not the main Overwhelm we want to see, but the idea is 3 and drop is going to be super easy turn 1. 3 is the magic number for Overwhelm, and here's why. Ideally, if you do both of these on turn 1, you have 3 and drop. So you do this, you pitch, search out your 2 drop, burst 1, this goes to drop, plus the card you burst, you have 3 and drop. 3 is the magic number, you can overwhelm turn 1. If you overwhelm every turn, you're just getting extra value. This one with overwhelms, you draw 2 and warp 1 from your hand. So the idea is leader on the front side, you search top 5 for a Shadow Dragon, you can't tutor your Selzeno and your super combos. So this lets you cycle through your deck faster so you can see the Selzeno and see the super combos. And then the one that adds the most consistency is this. Choice Supreme Kai time. Overwhelm, search top 3 for a battle card added to your hand. Same concept. We can't search out Selzeno, we can't search out super combos. So this we can ideally play at turn 1. We search top 3. So it's kind of daunting because some of my opponents saw me do this. And I went Overwhelm, look at top 3, I'll add Selzeno to hand. And then they knew what was coming. I mean, they already knew what was coming anyway, but then they really, really knew what was coming. So that's that. Not much I would change. Honestly, both my losses were very close, and the draw was just shenanigans from the repair. I actually won my game in 2 turns, and then they took my win away. So that was kind of bad. But the deck performed very well. I wouldn't really change it. I would just play a little bit better, and then maybe I would have been undefeated. I made a couple goofs and a couple bad draws, and I finished 5-2-1, or I think it was 5-2-1. But the deck is still competitive in the meta. It will get slightly worse with the ban. But there's the list. Watch the stuff that we put out for the content. And if you ever want to message me, ask me questions about the decks I do, or my ideas of the game, just ask.